Take a look around your home. Is it truly organized? Or have you just gotten used to the clutter? We all hold on to things for years. Old gifts, sentimental keepsakes, or items we might need someday. But the truth is, many of these things are quietly making our homes feel cramped and overwhelming. Today, we're uncovering 19 things that make your home look cluttered without you even realizing it. And more importantly, how to let them go without stress or guilt. And here's the surprise. There's one item almost everyone thinks they should keep, but it's actually making their home feel messier than ever. Stay until the end to find out what it is. The clutter you don't even notice. Helen, 74 years old, always believed her home was comfortable and full of memories. But one day, as she searched for an important document, she realized something. Her once cozy home felt crowded, overwhelming, and hard to navigate. She wasn't alone. Many seniors unknowingly hold on to things that silently contribute to clutter. Let's look at 3 common culprits and how to fix them. 1. Stacks of old paperwork when, just in case, becomes too much. Helen had saved every receipt, medical bill, and greeting card she had ever received. Her desk drawers were stuffed, her shelves were overflowing, and finding anything was a nightmare. Why it's a problem. Paper piles attract dust and create stress. Outdated documents make it harder to find the ones that actually matter. The fix. Dedicate 30 minutes each week to sorting paperwork. Keep only the essential documents: tax records, medical files, legal paperwork. Scan important papers onto a USB drive or cloud storage for easy access. Shred anything outdated or unnecessary. One of Helen's friends turned this into a weekly ritual, shredding old documents while listening to her favorite jazz music. Who knew decluttering could be enjoyable? 2. Unused or duplicate kitchen items. More is not always better. Helen's kitchen was packed with 5 frying pans, 3 blenders, and a collection of mugs she never used. She didn't even realize how much space they were taking up until she tried to organize her cabinets. Why it's a problem. Excess cookware and utensils make meal prep frustrating. Crowded cabinets mean you can't find what you actually use. The fix. Use the 1-year rule. If you haven't used it in the past year, it's time to let it go. Keep only 1 or 2 of each essential item. 1 good frying pan, 1 reliable blender. Donate the rest to a charity or community center where they'll actually be used. Margaret, 78, finally donated her old slow cooker and realized she had more counter space than she thought. 3. Inherited furniture that no longer serves you. Helen had a heavy wooden china cabinet she inherited from her mother and a floral love seat from her aunt. She never used them, but she kept them out of guilt. Why it's a problem. Large, unused furniture makes rooms feel cramped and difficult to navigate. Keeping things out of guilt doesn't honor the memory of loved ones. The fix. Reframe your thinking. Keeping an item doesn't mean keeping the memory. Take a photo of sentimental pieces before letting them go. Pass down heirlooms to family members who will actually use and appreciate them. Helen ended up gifting her mother's cabinet to her niece who loved it. And suddenly, her home felt more open, peaceful, and manageable. By removing just these 3 clutter culprits, Helen felt a huge difference, and she wasn't even done yet. Things that secretly make your home feel cramped. Which one would you rather live in? Many of us unknowingly hold on to things that make our homes feel smaller than they really are. Here are 3 common culprits. 4. Overstuffed bookshelves. Are your shelves packed with books you haven't read in years? If you haven't opened a book in over a decade, maybe it's time to let it bring joy to someone else. Solution. Donate to a local library, school, or community center. Keep only the books you truly love and will reread. Create space for decorative elements like a framed photo or a small plant to bring freshness to the shelf. 5. Outdated or meaningless decorations. Look around. Are there decorations in your home that no longer reflect your taste or bring you joy? That framed artwork from 30 years ago might have sentimental value, but does it still make you happy? Solution: keep only decor that inspires or uplifts you. Swap out old decorations for more meaningful or modern pieces. Consider refreshing your space with a single statement piece rather than multiple small trinkets. 6. An overcrowded closet. How many clothes in your closet do you actually wear? If you haven't worn it in over a year, it's just taking up space. Solution: use the 1-year rule. If you haven't worn it in 12 months, donate it. Store seasonal clothes separately to free up everyday space. Organize by category and color to make dressing easier and keep only what you truly love. Decluttering isn't about losing things. It's about gaining space, peace, and a home that feels open and welcoming. Clutter that makes your home feel heavy and disorderly. You may not even realize it, but sometimes a home feels cluttered without looking obviously messy. Certain items take up space, not just physically, but mentally. Over time, these things accumulate, making your home feel crowded, stressful, and even outdated. Let's go through some surprising culprits that might be weighing your home down and learn how to fix them. Chapter 7. Too many sentimental items. Without a designated space, that stack of old birthday cards, vacation souvenirs, and childhood keepsakes might seem harmless, but when left scattered throughout the house, they turn into clutter. Why it's a problem. Makes rooms feel chaotic and visually overwhelming. Sentimental items lose their value when mixed with everyday clutter. Dust and disorganization prevent you from truly appreciating these treasures. The fix: create a memory box. Choose a decorative storage bin where you can keep your most cherished items. Rotate sentimental objects. Instead of displaying everything at once, rotate them seasonally to keep the space fresh. Digitize old letters and photos. Scan your keepsakes so you can keep them without taking up physical space. A friend of mine, Alice, once had an entire closet filled with her children's school projects from decades ago. After scanning the most meaningful ones and keeping only a few originals, she was able to clear out an entire space while preserving those special memories. Chapter 8. Bulky furniture blocking pathways. Your oversized coffee table, heavy wooden armoires, or decorative side chairs might have been perfect years ago, but now they take up more space than they should. Why it's a problem. Clutters the flow of the room, making movement more difficult. Can be a safety hazard, especially for seniors with mobility concerns. Creates a cramped, cluttered feel, even in a large home. The fix: downsize unnecessary furniture. If a piece is rarely used, consider selling or donating it. Opt for multifunctional furniture. Storage ottomans, foldable tables, or sofa beds can help save space. Rearrange the layout. Open up walkways and create a more spacious feel by strategically placing furniture. One senior I know, Tom, had a large, outdated china cabinet in his dining room. It hadn't been opened in years, and all it did was collect dust. After gifting it to his granddaughter, he replaced it with a sleek bookshelf that held only the essentials, instantly making his dining room feel bigger and more inviting. Chapter 9. The junk storage corner. That keeps growing. Maybe it's a table in the hallway, a chair in the bedroom, or an entire closet that has slowly turned into a catch-all space. Why it's a problem. Clutter attracts more clutter. Once one thing is tossed there, more will follow. These spaces create a sense of disorder and stress, even if the rest of the room is tidy. Often becomes a forgotten dumping ground for things with no clear purpose. The fix: establish a system. Every item should have a designated place in the home. Declutter weekly. Set a reminder to clear this space every Sunday. Use baskets, trays, or storage bins. Giving small items a home prevents them from piling up randomly. Helen, a retired teacher, had a habit of tossing unopened mail on a side table by her front door. Over time, the pile grew to include magazines, catalogs, and random papers. After adding a small mail organizer and committing to sorting mail daily, she finally reclaimed her space. 10. Just-in-case items that never get used. That collection of empty jars, stacks of old magazines, or those extra sets of bedding you haven't touched in years? Many people hold on to things because they might need them someday. Why it's a problem. Rarely needed items take up space that could be used for things you actually use. Creates a sense of burden rather than convenience. Over time, these items turn into hidden clutter that becomes harder to deal with. The fix. Give yourself a deadline. If you haven't used it in 2 years, it's time to let it go. Set limits. Keep only 1 or 2 backup items, not an entire stockpile. Donate extras. Shelters, schools, or community centers can benefit from your unused goods. A retired handyman named George had a garage full of scrap wood he intended to use for future projects. Realizing he had only used a small portion in years, he donated most of it to a local community workshop, freeing up space while helping others. Broken or unused. Gardening tools piling up. The rusty shears, broken watering can, or piles of empty flower pots, if they're not serving you, they're just taking up space. Why it's a problem. Creates unnecessary clutter in sheds, garages, or patios. Makes it harder to find the tools you actually do use. Some items become safety hazards if left lying around. The fix. Keep only functional tools. If something is broken and hasn't been fixed in a year, it's time to let it go. Use vertical storage. Wall hooks and shelves can keep gardening supplies organized. Donate extra tools. Community gardens or neighbors might appreciate them. John, an 80-year-old gardening enthusiast, realized he had 4 pairs of pruning shears, but only ever used 1. After gifting the extras to friends, his tool shed became much more manageable. Chapter 12. Gifts. You don't love but feel guilty getting rid of that decorative vase that doesn't match your style, the sweater that never fit right, or the gadget you never took out of the box. You didn't buy them, but you still feel obligated to keep them. Why it's a problem. Takes up valuable space for things you actually love and use. Creates emotional weight, keeping something out of guilt instead of joy. Over time, these items can pile up and create clutter. The fix. Give yourself permission to let go. A gift is meant to bring joy, not guilt. Regift. Donate or sell the item. Someone else may truly appreciate it. Keep only what aligns with your lifestyle today. Your space should reflect your needs and style, not just memories. Sarah, a senior who had collected dozens of decorative candles over the years, realized she never actually used them. She donated most of them to a community center, keeping only a few favorites, and instantly felt a sense of relief. These clutter culprits might not seem like a big deal individually, but together, they can make your home feel cramped, chaotic, and less enjoyable. By gradually tackling each area, you can create a space that feels lighter, more functional, and truly reflective of who you are today. Start with just one of these problem areas. Which one will you tackle first? Let me know in the comments below. How to let go without feeling guilty. One of the hardest parts of decluttering isn't the physical work. It's the emotional attachment to our belongings. Many seniors hold on to items because they remind them of loved ones, past experiences, or just-in-case situations. The good news? You don't have to erase memories to create a clutter-free home. Here's how to declutter thoughtfully and guilt-free. 13. Keep only what truly matters and gets used. If everything is special, then nothing is. The key to meaningful decluttering is choosing the items that genuinely add value to your life. Ask yourself, does this item make me happy every time I see or use it? Have I used it in the past year? Would I miss it if it were gone? The fix. Keep only the best, most sentimental pieces instead of entire collections. If something is collecting dust, it's time to reconsider its place in your home. Give yourself permission to let go of things that no longer serve you. My friend Janet had an entire cabinet full of teacups she never used. Instead of keeping them all, she selected her 3 favorites and donated the rest to a women's shelter. Now, she enjoys the ones she loves without the guilt of hoarding unused items. Number 14. Capture memories with photos. Instead of keeping every object, objects hold memories, but you don't need to keep everything to honor those moments. Why it works. A digital photo takes up no space, but still preserves the sentimental value. You can create a digital album or scrapbook to revisit whenever you want. Seeing the item in a photo can be just as powerful as having it in your home. The fix. Take a picture of sentimental items before letting them go. Create a memory album, either physical or digital, to revisit special moments. If it's a family heirloom, write a short note about its significance and pass it on to someone who will appreciate it. A retired Navy veteran I know had a closet filled with old uniforms and memorabilia. Instead of keeping everything, he took photos of his collection, framed his favorite medals, and donated the rest to a local museum. He kept the memories alive while freeing up space. 15. Use a memory box to keep sentimental items under control. It's okay to keep sentimental items, but within limits. Why it works. Allows you to cherish memories without overwhelming your living space. Gives a dedicated home to keepsakes so they don't become scattered clutter. Encourages you to be selective about what's truly meaningful. The fix. Choose a designated box, or a few if needed, for sentimental items. When the box is full, reassess before adding new things. If something new comes in, something else goes out. Store the box somewhere accessible so you can enjoy looking through it, rather than letting it collect dust. Margaret, a grandmother of 5, used to keep every birthday card she ever received. Now, she has a single decorative box for the most meaningful ones. Every year, she reviews them and removes any that no longer feel special, keeping only her absolute favorites. Number 16. Set a decluttering schedule to prevent accumulation. Decluttering isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. Why it works. Prevents things from piling up again. Makes decluttering feel manageable instead of overwhelming. Helps you stay in control of your space instead of letting clutter sneak back in. The fix. Set a reminder to declutter one small area every month. Do a full home review every 6 months. Walk through your home and ask, do I still need this? Treat decluttering as routine maintenance, like cleaning or organizing finances. A retired teacher I know follows a simple rule. Every time she switches her wardrobe for the new season, she donates anything she didn't wear the previous year. This habit keeps her. 17. Create open space for a calmer, more peaceful home. A cluttered home can feel overwhelming, while an open, airy space feels peaceful and inviting. Why it works. Less clutter ease less stress. Makes it easier to clean and move around safely. Helps you focus on what truly brings you joy. The fix. Keep surfaces as clear as possible. Limit decorations on tables, counters, and shelves. Arrange furniture to create an open flowing layout. Leave space in closets and cabinets rather than stuffing them full. One senior I worked with, Helen, had a habit of filling every shelf with trinkets. After decluttering, she kept just a few of her favorite pieces and left some shelves intentionally empty. The result? Her home felt bigger, brighter, and more relaxing. 18. Regularly reassess everything in your home. Your needs and lifestyle change over time. The things that made sense to keep 10 years ago may no longer serve you today. Why it works. Encourages you to keep your home functional and aligned with your current life. Prevents the slow accumulation of unnecessary clutter. Helps you appreciate the things you truly love by removing distractions. The fix. Every 6 months, walk through your home and look at each item with fresh eyes. Ask yourself, would I buy this again today? If not, consider letting it go. Stay mindful of new things entering your home. Avoid bringing in clutter to replace what you've decluttered. A woman named Susan told me that after downsizing, she felt like a weight had been lifted. I finally feel like my home matches the life I have now, not the life I used to live. Decluttering isn't about getting rid of everything. It's about making space for what truly matters. By letting go of unnecessary items in a thoughtful way, you create a home that feels lighter, more peaceful, and more enjoyable. Start small. Choose just one area to declutter this week. Which item in your home have you been holding on to for too long? Share in the comments. In the 19. Too many small decor items. Cluttering tables and shelves. Tiny figurines, picture frames, vases. Individually, they may look lovely, but too many at once can make a space feel cluttered rather than stylish. Why it's a problem. Creates a chaotic, crowded look instead of a clean, intentional aesthetic. Makes dusting and cleaning more difficult. Can make a room feel visually overwhelming rather than inviting. The fix. Choose your favorites. Keep only the pieces that bring you joy and fit your current style. Group items intentionally. Instead of scattering decorations everywhere, arrange them in clusters of 3 to 5 pieces for a more cohesive look. Rotate by season. Store some decor and swap them out every few months to keep things fresh without overcrowding your space. Use vertical space. Floating shelves or shadow boxes can showcase keepsakes while freeing up table surfaces. A friend of mine, Linda, once had over 50 small collectibles on her living room shelves. She decided to keep just 10 of her favorites and stored the rest. Now, her home looks elegant and uncluttered, and she enjoys her decorations even more. Decluttering. Tip. Stand at the entrance of your room and take a fresh look. If your eye doesn't know where to focus because there's too much happening, it might be time to simplify. Take a look around. How many of these 19 clutter culprits are in your home? Clutter doesn't just take up space, it takes up energy. But the good news? You don't have to tackle it all at once. Start small. Pick one drawer, one shelf, or one table, and make a change today. You'll be amazed at how much lighter and more peaceful your home feels with every little step. If this video helped you, hit like and subscribe for more simple, effective ways to create a home that supports your best life. What's the first thing you'll declutter? Comment below. I'd love to hear your plans.